Welcome to a tutorial video on HTML basics. In this video I'm going to talk about HTML organization. I've started here with the view of it within a web browser to show an important point. I have text here returning to code we've been building across these videos, an H1 tag, an H2 tag, now two paragraphs, and what is a span, but I'm going to cover that in just a few moments. But notice how we see this in the same order we've been seeing it. H1, H2, paragraph, paragraph, and then more text. It doesn't look any different. However, if we go and look at the code, we see it's gotten a lot more complex. One of the ways it's gotten complex is that I've now organized it using a tag called a div. DIV, often pronounced div, is an abbreviation of division. So it is a division tag. We can use this, and in fact its common purpose is to divide content in a certain way. So I've divided this content into two different things, headings and paragraphs. So this div tag right here has within itself the H1 and H2, which are the headings. So it is dividing, acting as a division of this content. But notice how it didn't change what it looked like. It just changed how it was organized. This is important because the div tag and another tag I'll talk about in just a moment are often very useful to organize code internally that has no effect on its presentation. So we can use the div or division tag here, lines 3 through 10 in this example, to organize our headings into one group. And again, it didn't affect the presentation of it. I've also organized our paragraph right here as another div, as another division. I've given this the idea of paragraphs because these are all paragraphs within this div. So again, we have a div at the top that's headings and a div at the bottom that's paragraphs. And these are just divisions of the internal code that has no effect on the presentation at this moment. The other thing we can use is a span. While a div or division tag is used to divide up content internally, a span is just some collection of text. In the same way that we can use a div to collect elements together, we can use a span to collect text together. So it's often just a standalone text gatherer. So we can use the span tag to just present some text, and we can use a div to divide up or collect or gather elements within an HTML document that has no effect on its presentation. So in summary, two different tags were introduced in this video, the div tag and the span tag. The div tag or division tag can be used to organize code, organize content within an HTML document. We can divide it up into different parts. In this case, it was divided into headings, which was one div, lines 3 through 10, and paragraphs, which was a second division within lines 11 through 19. We also introduced the span tag. Whereas a div tag collects HTML elements together, the span tag collects text. But just like the use of the div tag, the span tag had no effect on presentation. Notice as I come back to the web browser here, we didn't see any changes. This just appeared as more text and didn't change its presentation in any way. And in fact, the paragraph tag is the same thing. It didn't affect the presentation, it just showed that text. But we organized it using the paragraph tag, and we organized this whole content using two different divs or divisions to divide up the content within this HTML document. Thanks for watching.